everybody. It's Dave Dyer. This is episode
What are we on?
7 of my. Yes, we're on. Of my
All right, let's
podcast, Tight 10 with Dave
Right in the
Dyer.
middle of my day. Good.
Right in the middle of your day, and I'm your host. This is the podcast. I have interesting people on that I want you to find interesting. We'll go through 10 questions so you can get to know them in a brief and effective manner.
Yeah, I got a question. What's with all the tattoos on your wrist?
Well, we can get into those later. They've
All
all
new?
backfired. All of them were supposed to mean something, and now they don't
Obviously
mean anything.
going through a thing. Go ahead.
Here's a joke from the act. Now they all mean the same thing. It's money I should have spent on new flooring for the basement.
Tumbleweed.
All right. My guest today is my very dear friend, whether he likes it or not, Greg Hahn.
All right.
Now, Greg, rather than write an intro, I stole it off of Wikipedia, and you tell me how accurate this is, okay?
Okay.
Greg Hahn is an American stand-up comedian. He's a
That's
frequent
true.
guest
So
in
far, so good. So far, it's nailed it.
Bob and Tom show. He has several television appearances.
My only break, Bob and Tom.
He also performs at numerous corporate functions and comedy clubs. He's known for his highly energetic style of humor, often speaking in loud, rapid bursts.
Often speaking in tongues.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, there you go. All right. Greggy, this is how this works. We're going to go through 10 questions. Some of them are kind of silly. Some of them more in depth.
Go ahead, start. I'm already bored.
I want you to act like an adult and answer them, all right? Here we go.
Yeah, number one.
Number one, we're going to start off very soft.
I hate these. Who came up with this? Is this you, like at home? Like, I have an idea. I'll do a podcast and ask 10 questions, and no one will watch my podcast, and I'll cancel it in 6 weeks. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly how it went. And you know what? When I told this idea to my wife, she said, "Yeah, you're probably right." Here we go. Number one.
Yeah.
Individual stocks or mutual funds? Go. Which one do you prefer?
Well, you want to watch Charles Payne on Fox Business News at 2 o'clock East Coast weekdays, and he'll tell you which stocks specifically to buy. The people on his show, you'll be able to tell which person is smart and which is dumb. And then over time, start picking the stocks from the smart person, and you'll be fine. If not, then the S&P 500.
Okay, so watch the S&P 500.
Well, I mean, you could just buy the S&P 500 or watch Charles Payne and pick specific stocks.
Okay, just for you know, most people don't have the freedom to watch TV at 2 in the afternoon, but all right, I appreciate the advice.
Well, you can record it. A lot of people have the freedom to hit record.
All right, number two. You went to college. You were in the Marines. You've worked in the corporate world. Which one of these 3 things prepared you best to be a stand-up comedian?
What was the choices again?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You went to college.
Marines!
You're in the Marines.
Yeah, Marines, because everything in comedy is horrible. Nobody calls you back. You bomb around the world. You know, what could be worse? The hotels suck when you start off.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
It's Marine-ish. It's a little bit Marine-ish.
Okay.
So the Marines teach you a little bit how to handle it with humor. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, you're not offended. You're amused.
Yeah.
You're like, when things are awful, you're like, this is what I like.
This is where I thrive. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Well, that was easy. All right. Number 3. You just got finished touring parts of Europe with Louis C.K.
No, all over the world, man. All over the world. We went Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, Turkey. Where else did we go? We went to India. We went to India, Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi. Then we went over to Thailand. We were at Bangkok, then Hong Kong, and then Tokyo, where everyone's got a Mo haircut and they're 3'4". And then we went over to Hawaii, and that's it.
All right. Well, then I was mistaken.
You were mistaken.
Whatever. You were everywhere.
That's right.
Okay. Well, this was the question. Your styles couldn't be more different. How
That's right. A lot of people did not like that at all.
How did your connection?
Right, be like, dude, you ruined the night. I used the restroom while you know, who told you you were funny?
You're the bathroom act. Right?
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it went pretty good.
let me get to the question. How did the connection with Louis come about? And what is it? Because he must have said something to you. What is it about your style that he likes that works, that he thinks works well in front of him?
I don't know, because every time I see him explain comedy or talk about comedy, when he talks about the acts that he hates the most, it sounds to me exactly like my act. Like, I've heard him say he doesn't like guys that count on just rhythm, you know? Okay. And they go like, ba, 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 and they're loud at the end. Ba, ba, ba. Well, that's exactly what I do. So I don't know. I don't even know why he hires me. Really, no idea.
All right. Well,
you know, but
it's gotta be fun.
I met him. I met him like 30 years ago at Charlie Goodnight's, and he only had 35 minutes of material. He was headlining, and he didn't do well with the hack middle act. That was just the opener. The middle act was doing sound effects, you know, like those guys. Like, so I walked down the hallway, and I opened the door, and then there was a bomb. So Louis couldn't follow this guy hardly, but Louis's act was hysterical, and we became pals. I don't know. But I remember him telling me, he's like, the owners don't like that I'm only doing 35 minutes. I just don't think anyone wants to see comedy for longer than 35 minutes. Then he went on to write like 11 more hours, you know?
Yeah, an hour a year.
I'm still doing the same 15 minutes, by the way. Go ahead.
You just do it for an hour-long set. You do it 4 times.
That's right.
Here we go. Starting over.
Basically.
All right. Number 4.
How many questions?
10. It's called Tight 10 with Dave Dyer, for God's sakes.
Right. What's tight about this?
Well, it's a little loosey-goosey right now.
I'll say.
No, I'm kidding. I love it. Ready? Here we go.
Dyer.
You're flipping channels, and the movies Saving Private Ryan, Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Never seen it.
Terminator. Okay. Well, maybe you'd want to. And the first Terminator are all on at the same time. Which one of those 3 do you watch?
What I do is turn the TV off.
All right.
I turn off the TV. Okay. And then I put on like the underwater pier cam, Pompano Beach Pier.
All right. What does that offer?
Yeah, you see what kind of fish are out there. And then maybe I'll walk and go to the pier and look over the side to consider jumping in. No, I'm not watching any of those movies.
That sounds like you've written a note before you take that walk.
Yeah, I put on my hokas. I'm out there. I mean, why would I sit there? And what are the movies? Whatever. I don't need to sit there watch some other guys
Private Ryan,
make bag basic or whatever they're doing. I don't need to see other guys making cash. Maybe I'll sit still and think of something funny and write it down. I'll probably call a girl I like. See what she's doing.
Yeah.
Boy, horrible.
This is a full afternoon.
I just listen to her bad decisions.
All right. Number 5. You work clean and you've done a ton of corporate work over the years. You don't have to say the name of the company, but I want to hear about your best corporate gig and your worst corporate gig.
The best corporate gig is any gig where they laugh. That's all. And one of the worst was where I had
That's a little cheesy, but all right.
What do you mean? That's it, dude. I mean, that's the fact. I mean, if they laugh, I love it. I don't care.
There's not one gig that stands out, one corporate gig that stands out where you go, you know what? That was a night. That was special.
I did a good gig once with Taylor Dane was the act coming up after me in Lexington, Kentucky. Okay. And it went real well. I mean, it couldn't have gone any better. And then Taylor Dane came out, and her band was smoking. She looked great, sounded great, and the crowd didn't even move. No one danced.
Really?
No one really even smiled. It was hilarious. So I enjoyed that one. I mean, she was so much overwhelmingly more entertaining than I was, and no one even moved.
No one cared.
A bunch of stiffs.
How do you
somehow
follow Greg Hahn?
They laughed at my jokes. I don't know why. And then the next day we went to the Kentucky Derby. What a gig!
With Taylor Dane?
No, she took off.
Oh.
She was gone. Her band? She said some stuff to me. I forget, but she was very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's still around, isn't she? She's still out there.
I hope so.
Playing casinos and stuff?
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. You hope
funky,
so.
man.
Great.
The band was great. I mean, baby,
yeah.
baby. It was good.
All right. Number 6. You lived in California for years.
The worst gig is when
that's
I remember I told them, you tell them, look, I need a mic on a mic stand, and they go like, here's your lavalier. I did a gig and they put the buffet between me and the audience, and people were going through the buffet. So I didn't get many laughs. And also there's always the gigs where the widow of the guy who started the company goes up and cries and says if her husband could be here to see this, and then she's sobbing, and now Greg Hahn!
Yeah. How about this one? I've had this one multiple times. Boy, we had kind of a rough year this year. We had to lay some people off, and really sorry about that. But you know what? This guy's going to entertain you for 40 minutes. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Or how about when, all right, we're raising money for the police dog. Nobody shows up. You take the $6,000. Guess what? No dog.
$6,000? I'm not getting $6,000 for a gig.
Well, sometimes. Sometimes it's way less.
Yeah. All right.
Sometimes it's a little bit less.
Yeah, a little bit less. All right.
Other guys make like 10 to 20. How about these places? They'll be like, what is it, 5 to 10? And you realize to them 5 and 10,000 is the same.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I remember I asked you for advice about doing corporate gigs. I said, hey, how do I move from getting paid $1,000 to getting paid $2,000? You go, stop saying yes to the $1,000 one, stupid.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go. There's your advice.
I can't find the shoes.
All right, number 6. You lived in California for years and you moved back to Florida a few years ago where you're from. Are you glad you made the move, and are there any disadvantages for your career to where you live now, for what you do?
I'm glad I made the move. Okay. And the disadvantage is when you're in Lowe's, you look around and realize nobody here is in show business.
So no connection.
You're like, hey, who's that over there by the screwdrivers? Is that Jimmy Cephalo?
I don't know who Jimmy Cephalo is.
Me neither, really. He was a Miami Dolphin way back in the 70s or something like that.
Oh,
but anyway,
gotcha.
Yeah. It's
Either way, he can't help your career.
The entertainment here is much, it's minimum.
Yeah.
But who cares? You go to the airport, you fly. Like I'm going to L.A. May 1st. I go to L.A. So what's the big deal?
Okay.
Comedy Magic Club.
Out there?
Comedy Magic Club. Comedy Magic. Whatever else I want to do.
Hermosa Beach Comedy Magic Club. Go see Greg there. That's a great club. I've actually done a couple sets there.
It's great. I think May 2nd.
Very nice. Good. All right. Number 7. You and I have something in common. We are both drummers. I've played for most of my life, and so have you. Did you ever think of trying to make a career out of that instead of comedy, and do you regret not doing that if you had?
Good question, Dyer.
Thank you.
The problem with drums is you got to rely on like 2 to 4 other guys.
Yes.
So being in the Marines and being in charge of a platoon and whatnot, there's a lot of problems with different people. So I thought, man, I could play the drums, but let me go comedy. It's just me,
Yes.
And a mic stand and a furious audience.
Yep. Let me tell you something. You and I are more alike than you would like it to be, because I am of the same exact mindset. I was in a band in college and I loved it, but there's always one guy who didn't learn his part. There's always one guy who's late. There's always this that's happening. And the beauty of stand-up is the streamlined nature of it. Give me a stool, a bottle of water, a mic, in and out.
Right. Well, when you talk about like the troubles in the band, are there any more examples? So one guy didn't know his part, and what else?
That was pretty much it, but I used to get pretty irritated with that.
Would one guy show up late?
Somebody show up. I said that.
One guy would have a drinking problem.
Yes, one guy would always drink way
more.
Are there
any more? Is there more examples?
One guy never helped put everything away at the end of the night like the rest of us did. That would always get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Someone would miss sound check.
Right.
And then invariably their microphone or their amp would be way too loud. Yeah. We could go on and on.
I know. That's what I wanted to do. Hey, I always miss sound check in these, a lot of these gigs.
Well, I always show up for the ones so that you guys, like the Bob and Tom gigs we've done, I always show up to do them so you guys don't have to.
That's what I'm relying on. Thank goodness.
I'm the scout. I'm paving the way.
Why is there a sound guy? There's a sound guy there, right? He doesn't know how to turn it on.
Well, it's tough for him to go up.
Just turn it on and try to get rid of the echo, and turn it up if I say turn it up.
It's tough for that guy to get up there, go check 1, 2, and then run out in the audience and see how it sounds.
Why? You know, have someone go up there and say 1, 2, and you're behind the board. You know,
What if he's
why
there
do
by
I got to
himself?
leave?
Or
Why do I got to leave the Comfort Suites and drive over at 3:00?
Just help out, for God's sakes. Now you're being the band member we all hated in college.
That's right.
The guy who didn't show up. All right. Number 8. I'm going to give you 3 names. Louis C.K., Kostaki Economopoulos, Daniel Tosh. These are 3 people that you've worked with, very famous. Well, 2 are really famous. Give me, with your military training and background, give me the order from most to least of which one you would want in a foxhole with you. Which of those 3 guys would you trust most to have your 6?
Oh, brother.
Louis C.K., Kostaki, Daniel Tosh.
Probably all would be good. They're all, they're all psychopaths in their own way. I don't know, man. There's not a good answer for that. Tosh would figure out a way to, like, as the guy approached, the whole acre would blow up or something.
Yeah.
He'd come up with some type of a diabolical destruction for whoever's approaching us, I think. The other guys might be a little more, concerned about their coffee.
About their coffee. All right. Well, I was going to say, Kostaki seems like he'd be very measured, very, kind of think things through. Am I wrong on that?
Kostaki and Louis, I think they trust people more than I do. I see I see a lot of danger and evil out there. Tosh hates people, which is good. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, then,
so he'd make sure that the whole surrounding of the foxhole would go up in flames somehow.
Yeah, nice.
So that's good. That's
well.
Good.
Then he's the one you want, right?
Yeah,
that's who I'd pick based on your response.
The other guys would be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Try to talk them out of chopping our heads off. It's not going to work. I've told these guys in person many times. It doesn't work. You can't talk to these guys.
Yeah.
Louis tried to fly in during the war in Ukraine. He was trying to fly in there to perform.
Okay.
I think he thought he was just going to have a little chit chat with Rootin' Tootin' Putin.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, why can't we just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Kostaki's very like, hey, yeah, okay. I don't think there's any kind of problem. Why don't we just, how come there's a military? I don't quite, hey.
Why do we need that? All right. Number 9. Every time we've worked together, whether it's part of the Bob and Tom tour gig or anything like that, you've always been the closer. You're very tough to follow. You're very funny. You're very high energy. You get all the people going bananas. And so you're always the closer. Have you ever been in a situation where you knew you should have been the closer and you weren't? And did you address it with the booker or your manager or anybody like that?
No. No,
That's
whatever. You show up, you do the gig. What am I going to do? Complain? I took the gig. You do it. Yeah, hey, whoa. You do your thing. You're off stage. It went well. Good. The next guy, whatever. What am I worried about? His money or something? Yeah. Just don't say yes to middle gigs anymore. Don't open anymore. Whatever.
All right.
Well, I would enjoy just sitting back watching the guy. Usually if I'm working with a guy, like way back when, usually the dude's very funny. Like I remember working with Todd Barry.
Yeah.
And, I'm going nuts. I'm acting like I'm riding a horse, hacking it up, as he would say, in front of his act. And he's calm and cool and works the crowd very, very funny, very cleverly,
Yep.
So even though the place isn't screaming and laughing, he should still be the headliner. I thought he's doing superior work. I mean, very intensely funny,
Yeah, he's a very funny guy. Yeah, really funny. Okay.
I mean, he's a prick sometimes, but he's a funny guy.
Okay, I've never met him, so I'll take your word for it. All right.
But I'm just saying,
10.
if I'm up there raising a ruckus, and like I remember I would be the middle actor. Bill Burr was going on next, and he was more conversational with the audience, and one of these funny bones, Same thing. I'm jumping all around. The place is roaring, but Bill Burr's coming out. So if you want to hear clever bits and not see an adult act like he's on a horse. You want to wait for Bill Burr.
Stick around for the next guy.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Number 10, last question, because it's called Tight 10. Here we go. Favorite way to celebrate a win, either personally or professionally. Have a great show, you get a standing ovation, or you strike gold in the market that day. How does Greg Hahn celebrate a win, other than thinking about jumping in the channel?
Nothing on the schedule. A patio, cup of coffee, looking straight ahead. Quiet.
That's it.
Like today, I looked on the schedule. I see Dave Dyer podcast.
Yes.
Disaster.
No.
Ruined.
Come on.
Day trashed.
Good.
But the greatest thing is just nothing on the schedule. Like, good.
All right.
I do this. It goes great. And then I just chill.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nice.
Maybe I'll go down and look at the Hokas at Dick's Sporting Goods.
You know the nice thing about this? I'm thrilled that Shed's Aquarium let you record this from their place.
Whose aquarium?
Shed's Aquarium. You got the things floating behind you. You got fish all over the place behind you.
Fish. That's right.
You're the one who set the background, not me. So that's it, Greggy. That's our 10 questions. Hopefully people got to know you better. What is the
Why
best
would they
way
need to know me better? Why is everybody so worried about, why are comics worried about the crowd knowing them better? I don't like knowing, like Prince, when he performed, he didn't hang around afterwards and, talk to everybody selling T-shirts. Did you want to know that Prince was constipated or something?
I think Prince is on a much higher level than you or I.
Well, I'm just saying, aren't we striving to be, why do we got to worry about, people don't want to know us. Just make me laugh.
I think it's worked out well for Bert Kreischer. People know him.
Okay, well, I'm against it.
All right, there you
Bert's
go.
a nice guy, very nice guy. That guy, I met him. He's so nice that it was confusing. I felt like maybe I had met him before, but I hadn't.
You had. He just seemed like
he welcomed me. I was trying to hide in the club and just watch his show, and someone saw me and they called me into the green room. He's got a bunch of Heinekens. He's all relaxed. He's like, you got to do some time. I didn't want to do any time.
Yeah.
But he made me go on stage. I really didn't want to go on stage. But friendly dude is what I'm saying.
Well, don't.
Not me. I had a guy at the same club. This comic I know comes in. He's like, can I do a guest set? I said, no.
Well, finish the story from a minute ago. Did you end up going on stage or not?
Yeah, I had to go on stage.
All right.
They made everybody chant my name and stuff that, normal guys that like to be. I don't like people watching me when I work. That's something I struggle with in this career. But they made he made people chant for my name, and I had to go up.
All right.
Under duress.
That sounds fun.
I went up, I snapped my fingers, threw a little beer around, sat down. You know how
people
it goes.
love you. All right.
I don't know.
Let's wrap this up. What is the best way for people to find Greg Hahn? What's your
GregHahn.com for corporate shows. I just uploaded some gigs finally. Sometimes I get a little delinquent with the updates. But anyways, GregHahn.com. We'll do a corporate show. It's the same as the club act, but I'm wearing a suit.
All right. What about on the socials?
Girl. Huh?
Is it your Instagram thing, Hahn Comedy? H-A-H-N
Yeah, at
Comedy?
Hahn Comedy. I don't participate in that actively. What is it, like 1,000? How many followers do I have? I don't even have 2,000 followers,
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so I mean, whatever. You can go to that.
All right.
But I got like 43,000 or something on X. It was Twitter back in the day. And now it's X.
And is it the same thing?
But GregHahn.com, my thing, GregHahn.com. My website. Go to the website.
Go to the website. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greggy. I appreciate your time. This was fun. I burned some calories. I'm exhausted.
All right. Try not to come up with any more ideas.
I won't. All right. Probably.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.